world is in dire need of infrastructure investment. Global economies, whether they're mature or emerging, the global emerging economies require new infrastructure just to meet their aspirations. Mature economies require infrastructure just to keep things going at the moment, and obviously for growth we'll also need to invest. But I think there are three clear challenges. The first is someone has to pay, and the people that pay are the citizens of the countries, either through user charges or through taxation. And so the right messaging has to be made by politicians, and it is the politicians ultimately who have the say when it comes to large infrastructure projects. And large projects have large capital expenditure, and most of this is up front. And this is a real struggle, I think, and a real challenge for politicians to make the case and evidence the reason why it's so important to raise this money from its citizens. I think the second clear issue relates to the first, and that is the differential timeframes between political time horizons and investment time horizons. Investment time horizons tend to be generations, and political time horizons, as we know, 4 to 5 years. Need I remind people the discussion in the southeast of the UK in relation to a third runway has probably taken 2 or 3 generations, and 5 or so governments that have changed their minds along the way. This is a real challenge for today's politicians, because we're at a nexus where we actually do need to invest heavily both in mature and emerging economies. And then finally, I would say that the key thing to think about is investor confidence. When you look at the world around us, we have a number of challenges. Political instability, I suppose a differential legal framework from geography to geography, and tax systems from geography to geography. None of these really help to encourage global investment and global flows of capital. And I suppose the obvious one that people tend not to mention, but I'm not going to shy away from, are corrupt practices, which are endemic throughout large parts of the world, and these need to be addressed too. If we can deal with all of those challenges, then if we have evangelical politicians who are prepared to stand up and be counted when it comes to making very big decisions, I think there's a promising future. That is what we need to encourage.